What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. So, polls have come back, and I gotta say, this was a super close one. So, at some point, all three cars were like tied, and then eventually, this one car got away. But it wasn't the one car just got away because there was another car catching up. But the car that won was the Pagani Huayra. Yeah, like this car, it did get ahead of the polls for a little bit, but the Eclipse was actually catching up. However, Pagani won. So here's the Pagani. I did buy it a little earlier. Already put on some parts. These parts are just from that WUG spreadsheet. Not the optimal tune, just a general tune because I'm not gonna be spending crazy amount of money on a car that I don't know if I like yet. But before we do that, let's customize this thing. Let me know what y'all think of this. Now, I know the wheels might be a little on the odd side. I was just trying to find something that doesn't really, mess with the car's lines too much. Really, like, doesn't make it look too odd. I think it looks fine. I think I put stage 2 lowering. Maybe I should have just put stage 1 because it looks really low to the ground. However, and also shout out to all y'all for helping me receive this cruise license plate. But this is the car, and it's all ready to go for some racing. Couldn't find a lobby at the moment, however, that does not mean that we cannot go racing still. So we are on single player, and I actually have not played against AI in like such a long time. Please don't flip over, car. I think car's gonna flip over, and wow, I do not know the way racing runs here. So far, this car. So my last time driving this car was probably maybe like 2-3 years ago. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of actually properly having this car in my garage and using it for some decent time, and it more or less feels kind of the same. Obviously, I don't have the optimal tune, and wow, almost just ended the race right there. I don't have that optimal tune because that tune requires, I think, 5-star parts, and man, like I said, just not paying those 5-star part prices right now for a car that I don't know if I'm even gonna keep, But the car does feel, it's a little floaty, I'm not gonna lie. Man, it does not really have that quick steering input. Like, it's responsive, but it's not. There's a little bit of floatiness you can feel from it. So it really hasn't changed much from how I remember to when it was first released. It's definitely less slidey. I remember it used to be such a slidey car, so it doesn't really have that no more. However, it just feels a little unremarkable. I guess that kind of makes sense because of the fact that I don't really see anyone. Man, I'm losing to AI. This is so bad. But as I was saying, I don't see these cars too often on S1 or S2. And that's probably for a good reason. Because these cars would probably get smoked. Now, the only S1 car I did have was pretty much that Koenigsegg, the CCX from the last WUG video. That was an S2 car. However, it was more or less an S1 with just a little more power. And even though that car did have stiff steering, it did feel nice to drive. This feels like it's not powerful at all whatsoever. I mean, it might be powerful for all I know, but I don't know. Some cars you can just feel the acceleration when you drive it, and I don't feel that at all with this car. I feel like I'm just cruising. I feel like this is like a grand touring type of car. So far, I'm not, too impressed with the car. Actually, I drove the Zonda 2 weeks ago, and that car felt a lot nicer than this one. So in terms of even being the best Pagani, this is definitely not it because there's a Zonda R, which I've never actually driven yet. However, I assume the Zonda R is like a nice grippy car. I mean, I do see it a lot in S2. But made the race. I want to see how fast these AIs were going, you know? 215, what did I cross? What the heck? 227, 229, wow. You guys are wilding out. Now on to the second race. Man, this is a bad time to play for some S2 lobbies, S1 lobbies, because there is no one. It makes sense. I'm literally playing at, as you can see, 3:33 in-game time. So around this time, no one's really on WUG. And if people are on WUG, they're kind of just chilling. No one's like actually like, you know, trying to like race and things like that. But again, with this Wyra, it's just, yeah, and something with the Koenigsegg thing. The Koenigsegg had stiff steering, but the thing about stiff steering is that, oh man, that was tough. But the thing with the Koenigsegg and the stiff steering is that it felt quick. It's kind of hard to describe. This car feels like I am driving a very slow car. Let me know if you have that same thing too, where certain cars, they just have a good sense of speed. And cars like this where, you know, compared to WUG in general, this is like definitely one of the this has to be one of the fastest cars in the game. But it just doesn't feel fast. Like a good example is the Viper GTSR, not GTSR, the GTS ACR, the ACR, the first gen Viper in this game. That car, even at B class, like it feels like it has the same sense of speed as this thing. Even though that car is much slower, and I gotta say, this car in terms of handling, I guess it's a nicer handling car than that. However, that car just felt exhilarating to drive. This really just doesn't. Just like that, just dominated the AI. Yeah, we are not in FRSS. AI are not like that. So honestly, after those two races, I think I'm gonna call it a quits. I'm being real. This is not a fun car to drive, and I just, you know, maybe I gotta give it another chance at some other point. However, man, I feel super disappointed. It's not like the car is bad or anything, too. It's just like, it just feels so unexciting to drive. I don't know. Like, let me know what you think of this car, and if you like it. Give me some tuning tips, because that'd probably help a lot. Maybe my tune is off. Maybe the way I'm driving is off, because, you know, I haven't driven this car in forever, so I'm probably not pushing it to a limit. However, yeah, it's just not it, man, not it. So that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a good one, and I'm looking forward to see what you guys pick up for next week, or actually this week. Another video will probably be coming this week. So, looking forward to the next car in the polls. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.